Before we get into this video, I need everyone to make sure that they have a glass, because I'm about to tell y'all how I'm not even supposed to be a DJ. How I f***ed up my very first gig. Let's talk about it. What up though, YouTube? Y'all already know what it is, man. It's your favorite damn DJ in the land, DJ LiXxer. And I'm back with another DJ Storytime. Yes, it's been a minute since I've had a Storytime. It's actually been like a year or two. Let's drink to that. Wondering what I have in my wine glass here that I got from Dollar Tree, because you know, we keep it real on LiXxer Experience TV. We keep it so real on LiXxer Experience TV. I have some sangria, some blueberry sangria. Before we get into this video, make sure you grab your wine. I need everyone in the comment section to tell me right now what type of wine that they're drinking while they're listening to this DJ Storytime, while we're winding down and we're having a good time. I am going to break down the story of my very first professional gig. Now, one day I'll give you guys a DJ Storytime on my very first event that I ever had in my life. It was super lit. That's when I knew I wanted to be a DJ. But today, I'm off this wine, I'm off this blueberry sangria, and I felt it was important to talk about how I bombed my first gig ever. Bombed, completely bombed. I'm talking about getting booed, having these bitches looking at me funny, hoes telling me I ain't gonna be shit. Like, it was so bad. My first gig was so bad, dude. So let's start from the beginning. I'm a brand new DJ. I started DJing November 2012 is my anniversary date when I really started DJing. I think it's probably like December 2012. I'm not even probably but like a month into things. It might be January 2013. I might be a couple months into my craft because I'm brand new. I'm green to the game. I had just got my Numark Mixtrack Pro controller. If you haven't seen the video on that, take a look at it. I actually retired it. It's retired. I'm about to put it on my wall. I was super geeked. I ended up linking up with DJ734. Shout out to Monte, because that is my baby forever. He knows it's always love. He's from Ipsy. He put me up on my first like few opportunities to DJ. Let's take a sip. He's like, yo, I'm throwing a banger in Jackson, Michigan at the Rocket. And I should have known it was gonna be some bullshit, because no offense to Monte, but the Rocket hasn't hit. Like, I'm from Michigan, bro. I partied at the Rocket probably in high school, and I started DJing, you know, when I was older. So it's like, the Rocket ain't hit since I was in high school, bro. So I'm like, all right, but you know, it's an opportunity. I don't even think we discussed payment. I was just like, yo, it's my first gig ever. You know, let's get it popping. I'm so excited. Like, bro, I'm talking about, like, I'm still DJing off of this shitty ass, my college computer, bro. I still have my college laptop. It probably had 2 gigabytes of RAM in it. Every time I ran Serato DJ intro, it was just stuttering and just, it was fucked up, man. But I loved that laptop because I was like, yo, regardless of what's going on, I'm going to do this. Like, I'm gonna be a DJ. I was so excited, bro. So pay attention, because like I said, the Dell laptop has a lot to do with why I failed on my first night as a DJ. Let's take another sip. I didn't even know about DJing off of a hard drive yet, which probably would have been smart, because like I said, the laptop was my college laptop. It was literally supposed to be used just to write papers, and that's it. But you know, me being, you gotta be innovative and you need to use what you have. So I downloaded all these songs. I got a playlist together. I probably haven't DJed off of a playlist in years. Like, I'm so cultured now, and I know, and I'm so educated now on how to DJ. I don't go in with any playlist unless I'm going to like a different city. I had like 200 songs. I thought I was doing yo, I really thought I was doing something. I really did. I was like, yo, I got about 250 songs on here. Man, we live. I was geeked. I was prepared, but I was nervous. I was nervous as fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I was so like, I was so nervous. I feel like the universe has a way with working with energy, because I feel like because I was nervous, that's why everything went downhill. The night comes. And the thing was, like, Monte was like, hype because we were working with another promoter. We were part of this group called Spaz Out 360 DJs. That was my first like DJing clique that I was a part of. And basically the dude who had booked us put together the event overhyped it so much, bro. Like he was like, yo, we getting models, we getting bottles, it's gonna be a full night, da 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 da. And I'm geek because I'm like, yo, I get to open up for Monte. I'm like, I get to open up for DJ 734. I'm part of Spaz Out 360. Like, it's going up. This is my first real gig. I'm posting a flyer 150 times a day on Facebook. This is before I even had an Instagram. This might have been before Instagram was even popping. Let's fast forward to the night. So it's it's cold, y'all. I will never forget this. I will never forget my first gig because it was much like tonight. It was so fucking cold outside. It was cold as hell. Like, I feel like it was probably like 5 degrees. And it had to be because what I'm about to tell you, trust me, it's all gonna make sense. Let's take another sip. We drive from Ypsilanti, Michigan to Jackson, Michigan. And if you're not from Michigan, that's about a good 45 maybe to an hour drive. Because it was snowy as hell and it was cold as fuck, the drive was probably like an hour and 15 minutes. I remember that perfectly. Even all these years later, almost 10 years later, I still remember how fucking cold it was and I remember that fucking drive. Because let me tell you, I had my Mixtrack Pro in the trunk of my car. Not, once again, brand new, green to the game, not knowing shit about DJing equipment, not knowing how important cases are, how cases can keep, you know, your equipment from overheating or also getting too cold. Okay, so listen to me now, listen. I had my Mixtrack Pro still in the box that it came with because I bought it used from Guitar Center. Like I said, I didn't know anything about cases, nothing of that nature. So I pulled my controller out and I'm like, it's a little frozen. It's a little chilly. Why is my controller chilly? Like, why is my DJing equipment cold? Because I had it in the car all day like a dumbass. So I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, yo, what? It's cold. So, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I was like, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna, you know, hook it up, blah, blah, blah. I'll be straight. Get into the venue. We set all the equipment up, connect everything. Controller isn't like connecting to Serato. I'm like, huh? Like, I'm a little confused and I'm a tad bit, I'm scared. I'm nervous because we got to the venue. It took us so long to get to the venue. We didn't have proper time to set up. So I'm scrambling. I remember DJ 734 scrambling. He's like, yo, are you set up? Because I'm opening for him. And he's like, yo, you ready? You set up? Blah, blah, blah. I had like literally like 15 minutes before the doors opened. So I'm like, nah, fam, like my shit not working. I don't know what to do. He's like, what you mean your shit not working? I'm like, nigga, my shit is not working. My controller is not connecting to my laptop. Not, like I said, new DJs, if you're watching this, I appreciate you. First of all, subscribe, like, and comment. I know. Whore my page, please. Subscribe, like, and comment. Whore my page. Now this is the wine talking. Please get to know your gear, new DJs. Please get to know your gear. Because if I would have known and got more educated about the gear that I was using, I would have never ran into these issues. But, like I said, you live and you learn. So it's okay. None of my shit is connecting. He's like, what's wrong? And I'm thinking, I'm like, I know it's my controller because my controller is like literally, you guys, it felt like when I pulled it out of the box because it was like 5 degrees all day, it felt like my controller was like an ice cube. So it's like 10 minutes, it's like 5-10 minutes till the doors open. He's like, yo, put it under, go into the bathroom and put it under a dryer. Let me tell y'all what my dumb ass did. I went to the women's bathroom and I put it under a dryer. And that's the thing, that's why shout out to Monte again because he was right there with me. Right there holding it. We like, you know, using the dryer because I'm like, come on, it can unthaw. Like, I'm trying to unthaw my controller, guys. I'm trying to unthaw my controller. Like, what was I thinking? I don't know what was going on, but I swear I knew what was going on. We sit there for like 15 minutes, like with the controller. I can't make this shit up. We sit there for like 15-20 minutes, literally just a swing, like trying to unthaw the Numark Mix Track Pro and take it back up to the DJ booth. Still not working, still not connecting. And mind you, like I said, this morning, everything was working flawlessly. Everything was working fine. Couldn't connect it. So now I'm like, well, I guess I'm not DJing anymore. But, you know, DJ734, he was like, nah, fuck that. We're going to figure it out. So I was like, okay, well, let me try to... He was using Virtual DJ at the time. I said, well, let me download Virtual DJ and see if I can just connect and figure out some shit. Laptop too goddamn old. It can't download shit off the Wi-Fi. Virtual DJ is going to take 2 hours and 20 minutes to download. By then, you know, the night is probably going to be over. It is what it is. So I'm feeling like a failure. So I was like, you know what? I can use your shit. That's fine. I was a little uncomfortable because if you're a DJ, you know how hard it is DJing off of someone else's like library. The crates aren't the same. The music selection isn't the same. They might have, you know, their shit set up completely different, which of course was everything that happened. I'm trying to DJ off of his shit. Mind you, Monte has a big ass like iMac. My friend was DJing off an iMac, y'all. I can't make this shit up. He literally, like, every gig, he bought the big ass like iMac to the DJ booth with the detachable keyboard and the mouse, and it was a thing. Like, this is every single gig he bought that big ass iMac. And these were back when he had like the 27-inch boy. Like, this is a whole gaming monitor that he's bringing to the club. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh my god. So we opened up Virtual DJ. Mind you, we're probably an hour into the gig now, and I think the club was playing like their background music. So they're looking at us like, what the fuck are they doing? The head DJ guy, the head promoter is looking at us like, yo, what the fuck are they doing? And we're just like, yo, we don't know what the fuck we're doing. So we trying to figure it out. Thank God that the party wasn't as poppin' as I thought it was. We ended up having to open up like iTunes, dude, and play the mix for like the first 2 hours. Still going back and forth trying to unthaw my Mix Track Pro. Still going back and forth like trying to reset my computer, pull it up, take it down, etc, etc. Like DJing off of an aux cord. It was terrible, guys. And I remember my family had came out, and I remember my cousin was like, all right, cool, because we had to keep playing. I didn't know about mixes, guys. I didn't know about doing pre-recorded mixes for just in case shit happens like this. Like, I'm new, and I made a billion fucking mistakes. So fast forward, we finally get to the point where it's like, okay, well, we can't use Virtual DJ on your iMac or on my shitty ass HP. My Mix Track Pro isn't working. I can't even open Serato. He doesn't even have Serato on his iMac. So we're like, you know what, fuck it. We're just gonna DJ off of iTunes. And that's when we failed. We failed. I'm gonna be completely honest. After failing so many times trying to get the iMac to work and the Virtual DJ, we finally got Virtual DJ running up. Mind you, we're probably like 2 hours into the event, still playing the same mix over and over again. Finally got the shit to work, and we got like, now I'm not gonna lie, it was only probably 8 people in the club. Okay, I'm lying, it was like 25, but still, it wasn't a lot of folks. And I want to say like 80% of them was my family, because they were just coming out to support me. It's my first gig ever. I was like, yo, drive out to Jackson, it's gonna be lit. There was no one there, you guys. There's no one there. Now, the promoter did bring some fine ass models, but I don't even like them bitches. You know why? Because we fucked up so bad on the music, like, we got booed. Like, there were some fine ass models that came to the party. I'm pretty sure they got paid to promote, etc, etc. I'm pretty sure they came in, saw it was some bullshit, saw it was 8 models, saw the DJs fucking up, saw that it wasn't a full kitchen. They were like, you know what, boo. Like, yeah, I got booed. I got booed because I was trying to work Virtual DJ. Somehow I was using iTunes to play songs. Virtual DJ ended up popping up on my homeboy's computer, playing music in the background. I didn't know what to do. And that's why it's so important to know your gear. Because if I'd have been educated, I could have said, okay, let me pause iTunes and let the music on Virtual DJ play. But I didn't do that because I wasn't thinking. Instead, I'm just like, it's 4 songs playing at the same time. At first, people were hustling. Now it's like swag surfing playing. It was fucked up. I'm not gonna lie. the models came in, they looked at us, they're looking at the venue, it's empty and it's fucked up, and they're like, boo, boo. And I remember them saying like, oh my God, this girl sucks. Like, yo, it was bad. And especially like being who I am, and like how, you know, I don't like looking stupid. I hate looking dumb, yo. I don't like looking dumb. Let's take a sip. Let's take a sip. I don't like looking stupid. So I felt really, really bad. And I wanted to cry. Did I cry? I didn't cry, because I'm not a crier for real. But I wanted to cry so bad because my feelings were so hurt, because I'm like, yo, this is my first professional gig ever, and I bombed it. I fucked it up. You know, I looked bad in front of, you know, the club owner. I looked bad in front of the promoters. I looked bad in front of, you know, my other DJ companions. I looked bad in front of my family. And I just was like completely devastated, dude. And I was just like, yo, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore, because is this how every event is going to be? Like, I got booed at my first gig, bro. Like, who gets booed at their first gig? Me? Shit. After all of that happened, we ended up making it through the night. Like, somehow the virtual DJ ended up coming back up, but we had bombed so bad. I think like out of the 25 people that were there, 18 of them were my family. They were the only ones that stayed, and they might have stayed until like 1, because the club closed at 2, and we were just fucking up so bad. It was kind of like, what's the point? But towards the end of the night, I ended up just playing, like, I do remember playing like a lot of hustling music, and I kind of got the groove back, because that's the thing about me. If you stayed, I want you to have fun, and that's something so important to me even to this day. Whether I DJ in front of 10,000 people or 10 people, it's always about the experience for me, and about making sure my clients and my patrons, the people who I dance with, the people who I fuck with on the dance floor, and who I'm catering to, have a good time. That's my heart and soul right there. As long as they're having fun, I did my job. So to come to the end of the night, my family, they were stepping, they were hustling, they were giving me pointers. You know, they were like, can you play this for us? Play this for us. Can you do this? So I'm like, okay. That helped me out a lot. But we bombed. The models left, the other patrons left. They were like, fuck this, nigga. Y'all don't know what the fuck. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. So we out. We out. So yeah, that's the story of my first gig. I remember packing everything up. I remember my MixTrack Pro finally working towards the end of the night, because it finally unthawed. I do remember that. I remember it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, let me see. It was like 1:30 in the morning. I was like, let me plug this in and see what happens. And wham, it started working. I was mad as hell, but it's all a learning experience, man. But thankfully, I had a team around me, and I had, you know, friends like DJ734 was like, look sis, don't worry about it. We on them the next time. My baby had my back, and I appreciate him for that forever, because if we don't have that conversation, I might not continue DJing. I'm gonna be honest with you. That event went so bad. Like, everything that could have went wrong, like everything. But I say that to say this: it's all about learning, and it's all about gaining those experiences so that you can take those lessons and apply them in the future. If I were to base my very first event, professional event ever, on how my DJing career would be set up, I wouldn't be DJing, because I failed so miserably on my first event. Like, it's not even funny, y'all. Like, I think I was still going by DJ Lady Tay then. I was still DJ Lady Tay. So like, LiXxer wouldn't be LiXxer if it wasn't for Lady Tay. You get what I'm saying? Like, Lady Tay had to fuck up so LiXxer could be like this amazing ass female DJ that just fucks up every party and does her thing. Because the thing for me was, instead of taking that event and saying, yo, I fucked up, I don't know what I'm gonna do, like, I failed miserably, I took that and I said, you know what can I do to get better? You know what that gig taught me? To get a DJing case. For real. I bought a DJ case. I bought an Odyssey case like probably like 2 weeks later after I saved up some bread. Having my laptop freeze on me and fail on me taught me, yo, you need a better laptop to DJ with, shorty. That's not gonna work. Getting a hard drive. That way when I DJ'd on other people's shit, I could say, you know what, I got my own music, I got my own crates, I'm just plug this in, baby, and we'll be good to go. We don't have to worry about anything. So those were the important lessons that I needed to learn, but I'm not learning that if I don't go do that event. I'm also not learning that if I don't take on other events afterwards. So I say all of that to say this, especially for all my new DJs, because I know I have a lot of newbie DJs that come on my channel, and I want y'all to know it's okay to fail. It's okay to fail. It is okay to fail. Failing is great. Failing teaches you lessons, and it gets you to where you need to be. I'm not a great DJ if that first gig doesn't happen to me. I'm not as educated. I don't take the craft as serious, I feel, if I don't go through that. If I don't get booed at my first gig, bro, I'm not DJ LiXxer. Straight up. Because I wanted to prove to those modeling bitches who did that event, like, yo, I'm the shit. Y'all gonna figure it out one day. And I don't know what they're doing now. They probably not even modeling anymore, to be honest with you. I don't know what the fuck they doing, but I was mad as fuck that they booed me. But like I said, it's about proving to yourself that you got it. That's all I wanted to do, because I can't, and the crazy part is I can't tell you what my second gig was, but I can tell you honestly, from then on, that was the worst gig I've ever had in my life. Was my first gig I ever got. My first professional event I ever booked was the worst gig I ever had in my life, professionally. Because I've dealt with, I got some story times for y'all. We gonna have to do this again when we drink some wine and we just talk, y'all, because I like this. Thank you for listening to my DJ story time. Y'all already know the vibes, man. If you're brand new, welcome. Thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video, because that shows me that you rock with me and I rock with you too. If you want some more DJ story times, hit me with that thumbs up, bro. Hit me with a comment. What do you guys want to hear from me? Because I have hundreds of DJ stories that are absolutely insane. Like, maybe I'm gonna say this. If we can get to like 100 likes, my next DJ story time, I'll tell y'all how the club got shot up on my birthday. And I was DJing. That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. So with that being said, thank you so much for paying attention. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for drinking with me. Like I said, comment me a good wine in the comment section that I can drink for our next DJ story time. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and don't forget to hit that one time for the one time. Every time your girl DJ LiXxer uploads a video, you see it and you're running to it, man. You're running straight to it. I love y'all. I rock with y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.